Hello, bonjour. My name is Arnold Villeneuve, and welcome to this brief presentation. In 2013, I was engaged with the Communication Security Establishment for a year to teach ITSG 33 to government departments, employees of government departments, of course. And while I was there on my own as a side project, I also did a lot of work in SharePoint. I've been working with the SharePoint platform since 2003. So I was very interested in building a collaborative environment whereby I could incorporate all of the documents, processes, tasks that were expected as one takes an IT project or even a software or hardware project and takes it through the ITSG 33 methodology or framework or guidance, whatever you want to call it. And so that's what I did. I built a low-code, no-code composite solution in a SharePoint 2010 platform. And I actually created a template, an exportable SharePoint site template that was picked up by about a half dozen government departments and implemented and used for a little while, so that they would get the idea of using SharePoint to help them better implement ITSG 33 security profiles through the organization. I'm a big fan of ITSG 33. I was a big fan of NIST 853 and NIST 800 171 before that. So I'm just going to do a quick couple of minute tour here of the website I put together. So this is the home landing page. You can see here I've got a little information about what I've put together. Down here I've got all the diagrams, process diagrams. I had them converted to Visio diagrams so I could incorporate them within the Visio service within SharePoint. And a lot of the, for example, a lot of the documents that what I did was I linked all the documents to the appropriate processes within those diagrams, so that, for example, when I start the process here and I want to look up the ITSG 33 annex, I can simply right-click on it and it will open that document for me. So all the documents that CSE produced that are used as input templates for managing the ITSG 33 process and for collecting all the information we have to collect and then outputting it in the proper format, all those templates are there for us to use. And so everything's immediately available to the user in order to follow the ITSG 33 process. So I created a bunch of, you see over here on the left, there's a quick launch, shared documents, all the ITSG 33 documentation, and all the input templates that are required to get the information and catalog and record the information necessary, so that when we want to get our approval to operate, we don't have to go with an interim approval to operate. All the security profiles are here. Well, got the medium one here, but this is where we would keep them all. I also taught harmonized threat risk assessment and a number of the ITSG courses, such as ITSG 20, 22, and so on. So the templates are there for that. Under the dashboard is the main area where we work on incorporating ITSG 33 into our software projects. So you can see here I've got a project list of various projects that I've created, and for each project we have a series of milestones that are related to the project, and so you can see which project here in the middle these milestones are related to, and for each milestone the methodology has a series of tasks associated with it that need to be assigned, updated in terms of status and priority and what the due dates are and budgetary issues associated with it. So that is the kind of the core of really every every ITSG 33 based project is to identify the project, identify the milestones, and then go through all the tasks in the order that they are lined out in the processes. So this makes it much easier for people to review each task, read about what the task is, and then a project coordinator manager can actually assign due dates and start dates and assign people responsible to it, and so on. Project issues always come up, of course, so we want to be able to record those. Any security service requests that take place, we can also record and assign those to individuals. We identify all the roles and responsibilities that are related to security and security compliance. And then we identify all of our security stakeholders within that specific, and we associate them with a particular project. ITSG 33 processes, these are all of the, let's see if this comes up here. Okay, so these are all of the documents, processes and associated documents that are related to them. And as I demonstrated here, I've got an active document where I can look at the document just by opening it. Here's the hyperlink to it, and there we have it. So everything that the user needs, the manager needs, the user needs to actually complete the process, milestone and task by task, is here. All the diagrams are hyperlinked. Let's see if we can move this guy up here so the user can literally follow through the process. Compliance regulations. So if there are any compliance, so if we're creating a HIPAA project, for example, or a PII project, right, there can be some compliance requirements associated with that, so we can identify that here. Yeah, I did the RCMP TRA SharePoint, or I created a SharePoint site for that, just a separate HTRA subsite. I created a template for that as well and incorporated all of the HTRA type stuff in there. And so that's really the core of the solution that I put together to incorporate to leverage the SharePoint collaborative platform and actually incorporate all the ITSG 33 processes and related documents, so that when we create a new project, we have everything we need to actually go through the project. One of the things I'm hoping to do over the next year or so is actually convert this into a Power Platform application, because I think Power Platform is ideally suited for it. So thank you for taking the time to view this presentation. Again, my name is Arnold Villeneuve, and you can get a hold of me at this number here.